that after that? Are you now focused on music? Are you now? Do you have a direction in your life that you want to go?
No, I don't even like focus on music like that because obviously there was other things in life going on. Yeah, so music just came at a later date. My full focus, probably like in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that period then, in that period between you coming out of jail and 2017, what's going on at that time?
Well, another twist and turn, you get me? What happened now? Obviously, as a Jamaican at the time, went through the prison system, immigration came about.
While you were in prison? While you were in prison or afterwards?
Not even while I was in prison, after 2 years later.
That's mad.
Yeah, that's mad. 2 years later, they freed me, everything, man was good as far as I know. I had my papers. So 2 years later, them come true, it was like, yeah, think you should give us a reason why you should stay in the country. So I'm like, bro, at the time now, I think I had my first my daughter. Yeah.
Right.
And I was thinking, well, family life, innit? Like, I've been here all my life, my family, my dad, rare. And from then, just went pear-shaped. From 2008, I would say, to about 2018, I finally managed to beat the case and finalize everything.
Right. So in that time, did they ever dip you?
Nah. Well,
but that was the threat.
They was not successful in their action, but they tried to. They obviously I was going through from 2008 to 2018. You can just imagine the amount of courts, tribunals that I went through.
You never had to touch on them detention centres or nothing like that?
I had to touch a detention centre in 2017.
See, I know a couple of men that have done a little time in detention centre.
Yeah, it was mad. It was a mad experience. Spent 5 months up in there.
5 months, yeah?
5 months, you get me? So...
Thinking that at any moment they can just come and just grab you and stick you on the plane.
Man was prepared, always on point, but I still had in my head that I had certain rights that I knew that they was violating, and it's just to get that across to the right legal team or whatever.
So where did that kind of what's the word? Confidence or that knowledge come from? Where you know like some people will just accept that the system is all powerful and all knowing.
No, I'm not one of them.
Some people are like that, who are like, okay, even though I'm at a disadvantage, let's say, there is still a level of knowledge and knowledge of self and knowledge of who you are as a person to know that there's a way to fight. Where do you think that comes from?
That came from obviously the back and forth with lawyers, giving them your money, the amount of money, man, you can imagine the amount of expenses throughout that time.
Because there's no legal aid in it when it comes to...
legal aid was scrapped.
Yeah, I think with any people with immigration cases, they don't accept there's no legal aid in it.
So you have to just stand on your own 2 feet to just try pay lawyer fees. That weren't working because some of these lawyers, they're uneducated on nationality, and that is where my rights lies on the nationality. But they was just dealing with me as a immigrant, asylum.
So explain the difference to me then, in that sense. You say nationality
is where most West Indians, Caribbeans, Jamaicans, whatever, even Ghana, the other 52 countries of the Commonwealth, most of them will fall under the British Nationality Act. You understand? But obviously immigration create their policies along the way and try to decept that. So so obviously I got caught up in that, and that's how they was able to discriminate against me and label me under a foreign nationality instead of a British nationality. So so I had to then seek that sort of knowledge independently and started writing and you get me, and reading and all of that. So yeah, I just started putting my case together, understanding their language, the code, how they speak, you get me, how they write. I just started studying all of that, and then yeah, I just started deflecting all of that back to them, like,
okay,
you get me, and speaking back the same language, and you get me.
So are you representing yourself?
I represented myself all the way. Like when I realized that these lawyers, when I'm telling them about certain rights, they were like, but how could you be British and you was born in Jamaica? I'm like, but Jamaica is a British territory. It's an extension of the United Kingdom. You understand? So I had to then go that deep into it, and obviously even back to 1962, Independence Act, and obviously that Constitution still remained the same, and it doesn't take away our inheritance rights and stuff like that. So it was just peak getting that established and making them see from my side. Okay. Yeah, so it was a fight, man.
Yeah, and it sounds like a yeah, as I said, salute to that, because I feel like that's something that takes a special kind of person.
Propel it, because even though despite that I knew my rights, and I've been telling the court system from like 2012, and they obviously weren't hearing that, because they're like saying their policy, one of their discriminative policies was I wasn't born in a wedlock, I wasn't born in marriage, so therefore I cannot be British citizen. So then I'm like, so what's the difference between a child that was born in a wedlock and wasn't? That's discrimination. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so my argument was there, and then I pursued it, and finally turned around. But then the wind rush, I must say, they them coming into play kind of helped, because obviously they knew that on a mass scale of the injustice that was happening across the United Kingdom. So the wind rush, you know, maybe it's God's works, but they came into play at the right time, and I was just able to just, you know what, I'm going this route now, and then
Okay. So 2017 that was resolved. Or 2018.
2018 it was fully resolved, because obviously knowing them again, and obviously the deception behind the whole thing, they were still trying to subject me to a visa. Okay. Yeah, like indefinite visa or leave to remain visa. I'm like, nah, I want my nationality right. Yeah. You get me? It's not that I'm begging British citizen or nothing, but that's what it is, innit? So let it be, innit? Like straight.
And so then that was pattern.
That was pattern. You get me? So yeah, by the grace of God, you get me, just take self-knowledge and just understanding their language, speak their language, and
Okay.